Welcome back. So tonight on Sunday Express, we are looking at youth as a pillar of the church. And my guest this evening is none other than Archbishop of Nairobi, ex-Arch of Kenya and East Africa, Makarios Rides. Welcome, Archbishop. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right. Now, let's just pick your brain. There's been public discourse in the public domain. What is your take in regard to, donations made by various leaders or politicians at the pulpit to the church? What is it right? Is it wrong? Since everyone has an opinion about it.
Okay, myself, after spending, let us say, more than 4 decades here in East Africa, I have to say that without the assistance of donors, we cannot construct churches and schools. And for this reason, here in my mission, I have been receiving from abroad, especially donors, money to construct churches and schools and orphanages. So we are welcoming anybody who is willing to assist the church. I don't think that there is something negative.
All right. Now, when we look at the statistics and the numbers, when you look at the number of youth attending church in recent years, the numbers have been dwindling. From where is it? Why do you think we're having few youth actually attending church?
Whether it is true or not, I myself, I have to testify that in our Orthodox church, I can say that because I am the patron of the youth myself for so many years, I have to say that I am supporting very much the young generation, because they are not only for today, but they are also for the future, because we are expecting them to contribute greatly for the development of our country, Kenya. That is why we need to support always the young people in all possible ways, because this is the only way that we are expecting them to be, let us say, the ones who are going to build the future society in this country where we are.
So, Archbishop, what do you think the church needs to do to have more youth actually participate in, church?
Yes. Okay. On our side, ourselves, we are supporting very much the cultures, the different cultures of the people. And the young people, they like very much singing and dancing. So which means that although we have our services in the churches every Sunday, and of course myself, I can say in our theological seminary, still we are allowing them to express themselves, what is giving to them the joy to, let us say, to praise the Lord. Yes, through dancing and through singing. I don't see that it is something which is not accepted by the church. That is the reason we have a lot of young people participating in our services, in all the other actions of our church. And myself personally, I have constructed a good number of primary, secondary, and even university level, institutions, to assist and to show to the young people that the church is really supporting them.
Right.
And in this way, we see that there is future. Okay. Yes, we are giving the chance to the youth to participate, because they are the future leaders.
Indeed. Now that we find ourselves, we're working in the present, looking at the future. What are you doing to incorporate technology? Because a majority of the youth are literally online, they're tech savvy. Is the church ready, or has it adopted technology to also bring the youth to the fold?
Of course, we have technology, and we are using technology on a daily basis. This is the only way. We have to follow our present means in our society. That is the reason we are very much encouraging, and it is a way of giving to the youth the chance to be more supported in their lives through the present situation of technology.
You've mentioned that you have been part and parcel, of constructing learning institutions all the way from primary all the way to college and university. But once the church actually constructs such an institution, does it just end with the setup of the building, or is there more to it to ensure that it runs?
No, I have to tell you that from the time when I constructed my first actually primary school, very far in Laikipia, in Lopere Primary School, and then in Nandi, Makarios Boys, and then in South Nyanza, also another secondary school in Vihica, St. Mark's Secondary School, and so many other schools. We are actually following, and we are up to this present day contributing for the development of those schools.
Mm-hmm. So it's not just the construction, you also...
No, it is not just the construction. We are supporting the teaching staff, we are giving scholarships to the students, and for your information, today I have a good number of them who are studying abroad in the different universities.
So tell me about that, sponsorship, education sponsorship, because one of the challenges that a majority of parents and guardians are facing is a cost to education. So how can one actually benefit from this sponsorship?
Yes, it is the reason why our church is supporting very much education through paying the school fees for university students, for secondary school, etc. And we see that this is the only way for the church to be part of the lives of our people, of our young people. So by supporting them, we have seen a lot of miracles, I can say, because those people supported by us, by the church, and I can mention today the area of Ewaso, the Maasais. They are all now leaders in that society of Maasai land, because through our education, when they were small children, we supported them. Then when they went to the secondary, to the university, so today they are the leaders of
this
that area.
Sponsorship, does it only, are only members of your church beneficiaries, or does it identify the vulnerable within the community?
Oh yes, we have also the majority are members of our church, but we have cases whereby people are coming to me to ask assistance for the education of their children. Mm-hmm. And I can mention here a Muslim father, I'm supporting the education of his children. So which means that the church is really open. And this is the only way to show to the people that we are embracing each and every culture. So which means that we are not interested to support our own people, but also the others. Mm-hmm. That is why our church is so close with each and every culture, and it is the only way to show to the people that we are peaceful and we are embracing them, and we are actually participating in their activities. Okay.
Now, religious extremism has been a challenge, especially in the Horn of Africa, and ourselves as Kenya, we find ourselves susceptible with a spillover as such. From where you sit as a church, what are you doing to combat this?
Okay, as I said before, the only way to avoid such situations, it is to proclaim the message of the gospel and to give to our people the message of peace, of unity, of love, of repentance, and humility. So this is the only way we can bring all the people together. And this is how, on my side, myself, I am working with a lot of love, and people can testify this in different areas, from Lodwar up to Lamu. From Lamu up to Western Kenya, South Nyanza, we have all these institutions. By giving the message to the local people, to the communities, that we should work together and we should embrace one another. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, churches have found themselves, in the receiving end, especially when it comes to safety of the congregants, we've had cases, of sexual exploitation by some leaders. What is your take on this?
Okay, of course, that one, we are not actually accepting it. It is not something which is, let us say, promoting our faith, our ideals, and it is for this reason that we, as leaders of the church, we should avoid such cases because they are not giving a good image to our youth. Because we should impose, actually, and we should teach our young people the message of the gospel, which is very clear.
Okay.
We don't have such cases in our church anyway, as far as I know.
Okay, good. Now, as we come to a close, Archbishop, what does the future portend, from where you sit, for for your church? What does the future portend in terms of the programs that you're running, as well as, initiatives to just empower and build capacity among the youth?
Oh, yes. We are still ourselves struggling on a daily basis. Of course, we need a lot of money. And I thank God that myself, I am able to speak to my friends abroad and different organizations, different churches, of course, in Europe, in America, in Australia, who are supporting our efforts. And in this way, we are giving the possibility to our young people to receive the necessary education in all possible ways. So this is the only way we can really construct the future of our nation.
Very well said. We have been speaking to none other than Archbishop of of Kenya and East Africa, Makarios Tilleride, saying that the future is with the youth, and the only way the church can actually build capacity with the youth is getting into progressive programs like supporting education.
Mimi nimeambiwa nyinyi ni watoto wa St. Clement. Kabisa! Nimekuja kunisalimia. Pia nimefurahi sana kuwaona. Yes! Sawa. Yes! Mimi nawauliza swali. Mtafanya homework shuleni? Mtafanya bidii? Kabisa! Mtakuwa na nidhamu? Yes! Kabisa. Kwa sababu nimefika hapa leo na nimefurahi sana kwamba watoto wa St. Clement wamekuja kunisalimia. Nimefurahi sana, mimi nawapenda sana. Kwa sababu hiyo, wacha nitatoa wapi mwalimu? Wewe ndio mwalimu? Mwalimu. Haya, wacha nitakupatia hapa shilingi milioni 1 ya hapo mbele utaniambia ile mnataka. Tunamna hiyo.
Walimu wa shule ya kutwa ya Mugen na shule ya sekondari ya Askofu Makarios wamelipongeza kanisa la Orthodox kwa kuunga mkono elimu kwenye shule mbalimbali kaunti ya Nandi. Askofu wa jimbo la Eldoret wa kanisa la Orthodox na kaskazini mwa Kenya, Neophytos Kongai, amesema kuwa kanisa hilo limekuwa na mchango mkubwa katika ujenzi wa shule za sekondari na shule za msingi, ikiwemo ufadhili wa watu wenye mahitaji maalum kwa miaka kadhaa sasa. Uchunguzi katika shule hizo tatu unaonyesha ushirikiano kati ya kanisa na sekta ya elimu. Wanafunzi kutoka shule hizo hawakuficha furaha yao kwa msaada uliotolewa na kanisa la Orthodox ili kukuza sekta ya elimu katika kaunti ya Nandi.
We're able to sponsor 3 secondary schools right now. This is Bishop Neo Secondary School. We have Bishop Makarios Secondary School and Bishop Athanasius Secondary School. And we have primary schools as well alongside our secondary schools.
The church has done a lot spiritually, and this spiritual support has in turn supported the academic progress. You cannot do well if you are morally poor.
When you talk about sponsorship, this is where we are getting the real sponsorship. Right from the structures, as we have seen, the 8 structures, the 8 classes for the tuition, it is because of the church. It's because of the role of the church. As it has been mentioned, it is because of the Archbishop Makarios, who actually came in strongly to assist this community.
Angalia watu wanijana na jeki, angalia wanabai na hiyo kakatini simeingia huko na wewe
Sakaja Sakaja re
Jalango.
Nani mwingine
utaona.
Anybody else?
Check watu wa Lake School.
Ako wapi KJ? Ameshapita. Ashaenda. Hakutoka.
Ali amekuja watu wa Lake School.
Hajakuja.
Bivadi mzee huyo nani akuja?
Ametoka kwa gari? Akatembea?
Sema kwa hapa amesimama hapa hivi sasa hivi.
Mama yao.
Umetona. Hapo kwa gari na kwa. Ni jango Lake School.
Hatari.
Mama
Basari. Wewe.
Napia. Alafu
hata duoni MC wa Mutoini.
Mato.
Salimia wafuasi bwana.